Hi everyone, you are all fine, right? I am fine too. Okay, in today's session, I'll discuss about the constraints application. In the previous session about the Oracle constraints, I have described and I have discussed everything about the Oracle constraints, how many types are Oracle constraints are there, and why Oracle constraints are important for our to make the business application, and how many types of Oracle constraints are there, and I have mentioned each Oracle constraint, and they are I describe one by one with the example. So if you just watching this video, this is the second sequel of that tutorial of Oracle constraints. You just see the first video of about the Oracle constraint, and then you can continue with this video so that you can understand all the things well. So in this video I'll show you how we can apply this Oracle constraints in our business application. So I'm writing here how we can apply Oracle constraints in our business application. So we already discussed in my previous video about constraints that how many types of constraints are there, 6 types. So I mentioned everything and I've discussed everything with the example. Okay, now I'll just show you how we can apply those constraints in our database design. Let's say one company has a application to record the customer and their order. So that database must have two tables. One is customer table and one is order table. So I am creating here a customer table first. Okay, so create table customer. So first column must be customer ID. So I am giving here haircut to 20 for ID. Second one would be customer name. I am giving for name haircut to 60. Third one maybe salary. I am giving number 10 because it's a numeric value, and salary, that's also numeric value. Okay, so I have created this table for customer which will keep the record for every customer with their customer ID, customer name, age and salary. Now I'll make a table, I'll create a table order for each customer. Okay, so that when customer will give the order, so the order details will be inserted into the order details table. So I'm creating here table orders, create table orders. So first column would be order ID, that is hair care to, let's say 20, item haircut to 100 maybe. Item is actually the item which customer has been ordered. Okay, now third column may be quantity, that would be number, how many or how much item a customer been ordered. And fourth one would be order date, on which date the customer has been ordered. And the final column may be and must be customer ID. That is haircare to 20. Okay, so I have created the orders table. So here customer ID, I am keeping here customer ID because it will make the relationship between customer table and order table, right? So I already discussed the primary key and foreign key, and I'll give the example how they can be implemented. I'm just implementing here. So customer ID making the relationship between the customer table and order table. So here customer ID is the foreign key, and here customer ID is the primary key. So I am just applying first primary key. So this should be primary key, okay, because each customer have an unique ID. It must be unique and must be not null. And here in the order table also, order ID must be unique and not null, and it will be the primary key in the order table. So here I will define primary key also. Okay, now I have already implemented 3 in 2 tables. Okay, that's clear. Now number 2 is foreign key. So which column would be the foreign key? As I told earlier, customer ID will be the foreign key because it is making the relationship with the customer table. So how I can implement it? I can implement it like this: references table name with column name, like this. Okay. So this customer ID will be referred from customer ID of customer table. So this is the foreign key in the order table. Is it clear? Okay. Now third one is not null. I already discussed what is called not null, and when we can use that. Here I can use custom name as not null because each customer must have a name, so it cannot be null. Okay, fine. Now I'll go for unique key. Now for unique key, the value must be unique. So here here if you see customer ID, already I have defined primary key. Customer name I already defined not null, but it cannot be unique because yes, I'm discussing about the unique key. Okay, so customer name cannot be unique because there should be duplicate customer name. Okay, so more than one customer may have the same name, or have the same first name or last name like this, so it may be duplicate. Okay, so it cannot be unique, so I cannot define unique here for customer name. So in age I also cannot define unique key because more than one customer may have the same age. Similarly, salary I cannot define here unique. Same salary may be for more than one customer. So I am adding here another column to show the unique key address, and I'm defining worker to 200 like this. So if more than one customer having the same name, but more than one customer cannot be the same address, right, because each customer must have a unique address. Okay, so I am here using unique. Okay, so if customer name may be duplicate but address should not be duplicate, so here unique applicable. Okay, right, understand? Okay, I am going for 5. Number 5 is check. So to implement that, I can define here check. I already discussed about the check consent and why it is required. So I'm just applying here check age greater than 18. Okay, so understand? Okay, clear. Now number 6 is default. So I already discussed about the default constraint and when we can apply it. I'm just applying here. So in salary we can use default, let's say $20. Okay, so all I have applied here. All constraint I already applied. Primary key, foreign key, not null, unique, and check, and default. So these are the main 6 type of constraints in available in Oracle, and in this method, every business applications in any business application you can apply these constraints. Okay, so that's all for the implementation of Oracle constraints, and it is all the details about the Oracle constraints, what they are required, what are the types they, and how they have been implemented in the Oracle database and any business application. So all these things are covered. If you not understand anything in this tutorial, you will follow my first tutorial about the Oracle constraints. I have discussed everything, and after that you can watch my this video so that you understand more well about the Oracle constraints and their application. Okay, so if you like my video, you just comment below or subscribe my channel, so that I can upload more videos for your learning. And that's all. Thank you.